late 40s
men's
or 50s.
dating pool never fucking shrinks. It literally never shrinks. You can just keep dating. Our dating pool shrinks as we get older. That's why I'm just like, really? You get to do this too? You get to have everything. Why?
I think
just
that's
feel
a
like we're
misconception.
inflating the ego of men more and more.
You think it's a
more.
misconception?
It's only for a small percentage of men that the dating pool doesn't decrease. Most guys, they hit their peak in high school or college, and then when they're in their 30s, they're fat, they're broke, or they're married, whatever. It's only a very small percentage of men, like that, are high value man, whatever you want to call it, that for whom the pool does not shrink.
Where's that statistic? Most men peak in high school? I do not think so.
Well, think
men
about
get hotter and hotter and hotter.
There's some actually. You're actually both
right.
kind of right, because peaking in high school is a little aggressive. However, I see what you're saying. That for a certain percentage, like 20% of men, and it might even be closer to 10% of men, but a smaller percentage of men get 80% of the women.
Yeah.
Okay, like we've seen these stats before. So like all women want this, a high value man is what they talk about. Okay, actually, all right, let me throw myself under the bus here for a second. I went on a date recently. Lovely girl, won't name her name. Went on a date, and she says, what are you looking for? So I'm 41, right? I said, something somewhat serious at this point. Not, and she goes, well, what age girls do you typically date? And I actually had to think about it for a second. I said, I don't know if I've ever dated a girl in her 30s. Is that nuts? When I was 21, I dated a 20-year-old. When I was 25, I dated a 22-year-old. When I was 30, I dated a 24-year-old. When I was 36, I dated a 23-year-old. And now that I'm 40, I'm hanging out with 25-year-olds.
Right.
The one girl I dated who was in her 30s was the most immature girl I've ever dated. And I told her, I go, how do you expect me to actually take you seriously when you're a fucking child? So to a certain extent, like the Matthew McConaughey thing, right? I get older and they say the same age. Yeah. All right. That,
and what's his face?
That can
Leo.
happen. And Leo, and I'm just being, it's because I've got my shit together. Like I still,
and because you can
stay in shape. I've got money. I'm successful. High value man by the odds. Not every guy can do that. So that's kind of to your point that like a lot of guys, like my high school buddies, they're like, bro, I would wish to be like you, 40, single, having fun. I'm like, yeah, but you've let yourself go. You don't give a shit. You don't take care of yourself anymore. It's different for a certain sect of guys than for most guys. Most guys are most guys, right?
You're part of a very small percentage of men.
Explain that.
Like most guys do not follow that path. Most guys, they get a medial job after high school. They get married. They let themselves go. Maybe when they're 40, they're divorced. They're fat. They're broke.
I think being in Miami has fucked up my idea of this country completely. I've grown up here. I don't know. I went to Orlando this weekend, and I was like,
go to Orlando.
I was like, oh my God. It's like all of the pretty people in the country just filtered down to Miami. Because you look at like every single person in Orlando and everyone just looks normal. Just normal. I'm not going as like unattractive.
Were you running around Disney World or where are you running around?
I was at Disney World.
Okay,
yes.
that's but by the way, because I don't want to get Miami, she lives in LA. It's the same thing there. New York, to a certain degree, because women can't rely on their looks as much as they do in Miami and LA as they do in New York, because fucking rent's expensive. Not that it's not expensive over here. You got some bills to pay. But I mean, what's your perspective on all this about men getting older and women, losing their sexual market value over time?
I think it just depends case by case, right?
You're an anomaly. Are you 40 yet or no?
I'm 40.
All right, let's just call a spade a spade.
I'm
You're
like
40
trying
and hot, Nikki.
real hard not to cough right now. I'm still fucking nervous as shit.
All right. You're 40 and hot, Nikki. Most 40-year-olds, that's it. She's getting nervous. She's coughing.
Listen, here's the thing.
Most 40-year-olds don't look as good as you.
I also think that, like what you said, some women let themselves go. Most women my age are definitely divorced with 2, 3, 4 kids, right? Looking for like whatever they're looking for. And they don't find they don't find the guy that maybe like they want because of all the baggage they have, right?
And those divorced men are looking at the 20, 30 pool, not the 40.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that as you get older for women, our options dwindle.
Well,
They dwindle to some extent, but the sexual marketplace is so skewed in the favor of women. I'm not saying that because I'm like pissed about it or something. It just is what it is. We did a Tinder experiment. We took a male model who's like a really good looking guy, like just by any standard. He got 140 matches on Tinder in 24 hours. We took a grossly obese girl who's like really fat by any standard. She got 500 matches in 24 hours. So that shows you that a really fat girl will do significantly better than a really good-looking guy. So the marketplace is just so skewed.
When we're talking about sex for one night on Tinder, sure, but what we're talking about relationships.
Yeah, I understand.
Men will always have more success with relationships. Women will have more success with sex. Is that fair to say? Because most women want to be in relationships, so they end up settling with guys who are maybe. How often do you see like an amazingly attractive man with a mediocre girl? It's usually the reverse because women eventually want to be in a relationship and men want to have sex.
Yeah, well, the famous quote is that the man must attain the woman, but the woman must retain the man. But it's a thing. I know you're rolling your eyes over there. It's because guys are doing a lot of attaining of you over there, Amber. But are you retaining?
Sorry, were you just calling me a slut?
That was a backhanded compliment. But
am I retaining them? No. But
do you
I'm
think
also
you're
not
sleeping with them too soon?
I don't know. I've done this experiment in different ways. I think men in Miami are like on this like what's this called? Slot machine. Slot machine.
Slut machine.
The slot machine.
Boom. Use that in your comedy.
Right. Because there's just try again. You have it. You great. Try
Yes.
again. And then each girl comes up. It's like if you look at, sometimes I just go and look at the dating apps from the male perspective. I'm like, geez, these are the amount of girls that I'm competing with.
Yes.
And again, if you're not looking to settle down, you could just keep going. Why not?
That's true.
So.
But if you move out of Miami, you'll have probably way better success.
Oh, I know it.
Not in LA.
No,
don't
not
go.
in
Don't
LA.
go. No.
Why do you say not in LA?
LA is one of the worst places to find a guy. Like just egotistical. Everybody wants to be an actor. They think they're bigger than what they are. Horrible credit scores.
And you're using people.
Horrible credit scores. That's right up there on the list.
5 guys driving expensive car. 5 guys driving expensive cars. Like sharing a 2-bedroom apartment, like bullshit like that.
You're saying that 5 guys are splitting
the 2-bedroom, apartment, but
And
just
one
so
nice
they can
car.
drive. No, but they each have a nice car, just so they can get the girls. Like it's just such a fake
LA's
city. I find that it is fucking fake as fuck. So I've always dated a guy out of LA. Never in LA. Well, one guy was in LA.
Well, you live
but-
in LA. What do you mean date a guy outside
like
of LA?
I've always like met them. Like I went to Vegas and met a guy in Vegas, started dating him. He was in Nashville, like stuff like that. Like I feel
Vegas,
like
is Vegas any better meeting a guy in Vegas?
I did.
That's
I
literally
did.
where the slot
I
machines hang
did.
out.
I'm just saying, like I feel like it's really hard to find a good man in LA, and maybe that's just my experience. But like I talk to girls, and they feel the same way. It's hard to find a guy in LA.
I want to hear more of the advice of why
What's
there
the
aren't.
prime
We're
city?
gonna get
Where's
there.
the prime city to find a guy? What would you say, Alex?
Somewhere in the South, like Carolinas
Right.
or Virginia, like a nice Southern or Midwestern guy.
Yeah.
That'll
and those
probably be-
guys wouldn't be cheating guys?
Less likely. There's obviously no guarantees.
Because there's less options.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's
I always
different
say if I
values.
lived in a city in the Midwest, I'd have been married with kids already. Done. I mean, to your
for
point,
sure.
I'm in Miami. It's like, all right, I'm not with this girl. We broke up. All right, what hot girl am I hanging out with next? It's very accessible. And same with a lot of these cities. So if you like that clip, click right here to watch another. Or if you want to watch the entire Saucecast, click right here.